Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and welcome to Warrior Friday. We're going to start off with a little golden singing bell. And I have a crystal singing bowl here as well. And these two just love each other. They make the most beautiful sounds together. And isn't that interesting? It's all about pairing up and getting along. That just occurred to me. That was not planned. They just told me they both wanted to be in the video. So hopefully the beautiful sound comes through the phone exactly the way it is here, because these two together are just amazing. This is high heart and this is high throat. Isn't it just amazing? So this is cleansing and charging us, crystals, the meteorite behind me, the wood, the plants, the air, the earth, the water, the fire, the spirit. It's cleansing and charging all of us. It's just amazing. Sometimes warriors can be soft too, and this is very soft. All right. One more. Happy Friday! Today, we have a card from the fabulous Earth Warriors deck. And today's card is number 6. Now, number 6 in tarot is usually about love. So isn't that interesting? I feel like that's today's message. We need to be love, be loved, be loving. But we need to be love. With all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, we need to be love. Whatever's going on out there does not matter to our hearts. It doesn't. It shouldn't. Because it's external to us. And our heart should be filled with love. It should be made with love. You can only have love or fear in your heart. You got to pick. You don't have to pick one. It just, that's the way it is. And so if you have fear in your heart, I feel bad for you, but that's your journey. If your heart is filled with love, you're going to share that everywhere you go. You're going to share it with everybody. And it's going to feel amazing. That's what we need to be doing. We need to fill this world with love, love, love. So in this deck, card number 6 looks like this. Isn't that beautiful? Palhik mana, medicine of the butterfly kachina. Palhik mana. Let's see what the book says about Palhik mana. On wings of hope, butterfly kachina guides you through an ending to the light of new life within. There's a butterfly on here, so this is all about transitions, which is what we're going through. We're still in the cocoon, remember. It is your transition into a happier time of increased pleasure and delight, especially if you have experienced great struggle or loss. The spirit medicine of butterfly brings hopeful promise to your heart. I don't know anybody who hasn't experienced struggle or loss in the last, well, I was going to say 2 years, but really 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, your lifetime. Here is your sign that there will be happiness, peace, and light. Trust in the goodness being birthed. Now, I've talked about this many, many times, and I'm going to talk about it again. We are magnets. And if all you feel is fear and worry and doubt and stress and guilt and blame and resentment, that's what you're going to attract. But if you fill your heart with love and you send out forgiveness to everybody and you say, I am a magnet for love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, and divine health, and all good things, then that's what you're going to attract. Because the universe sees each one of us as a magnet. You are pulling things to you. And so many people that have bad luck, they don't realize and they don't believe that they are calling those things to them. Here's an example. Our mailman, he's grumpy every day. And I think he's our mailman so that I can try to turn him around a little bit. And every day he says something like, yeah, the mail truck won't start and it'll probably break down in the middle of my day today. And this is wrong with it and this is wrong with it. It'll probably just break down. And he just goes on and on. And then, a few days later, he'll come in and say, yeah, the truck broke down. And I'm like, dude, you asked for it. You asked for it. And the universe said, okay, here you go. And so I keep trying to convince him to flip things around and say, you know what? No, your truck's going to be fine. Just believe that your truck's going to be fine. Say nice things to the truck. And he just looks at me like, oh, she's the crazy lady. Yeah, but you know what? My vehicles don't break down. I give them crystals. I talk nice to them. I make sure they're magnets for joy too. So remember, you're a magnet. You attract the people around you that you feel you deserve around you. Took me years to figure that one out. All right, Palhik mana. An apparently lost cause or shattered dream was a necessary part of your transformational journey. What was sacrificed can be reborn into something even more beautiful. You are not meant to turn to the past, as it cannot support you in the way it once did. And that's another thing. We need to stop living in the past. Many people come in and they tell me these stories, and I can tell they're so tied to these stories that happened 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago. You got to let them go because they're weighing you down. We can look back and go, oh yeah, remember that day? That was fun. But you don't have to drag those other events around you like a ball and chain. That's not good for you. So cut the cords between you and the past. Let it just be like a photo album that you can take out once in a while and look at, but you don't live there anymore. And a lot of people do. There's always that example of the football player who blows his knee out, when he's a senior in high school, and his whole life plan was to be this famous football player. And so he lives in resentment and blame and guilt and anger and all this stuff the whole rest of his life because he's holding on to that one event. That one event that said, no, you're not supposed to be a famous football player. Maybe he was supposed to be a famous football announcer. But because he lived his life in resentment and anger and guilt, he didn't get to fulfill his dream because he just focused on that one event. Don't do that. Trust that you have the inner resources to handle what is happening within you and in your life. You are moving towards a significant psychological, emotional, and perhaps also physical breakthrough and transformation. You may have an inner sense of discomfort, signaling that something new is unfolding within. It is natural to initially feel a little awkward or uncertain in the face of the unfamiliar. And right now, we are living the face of the unfamiliar. And if you think we're going back to the way things were, we're not. So don't even think that way because that's in the past. We are moving forward to a new and better way of doing things. And no, it has nothing to do with anything the mainstream media is talking about. Okay? Don't even listen to them because it's all lies. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off whatever form of mainstream media you're watching. You'll feel so much better. But everybody can tell there is something big and we're right on the cusp of it. It is literally like just beyond our reach. It's right there. And it's going to happen. And there's nothing we can do to stop it, and we shouldn't stop it. All this stuff that's going on, no matter how ugly it is, no matter how chaotic it is, this is all meant to happen. Because if it wasn't meant to happen, it wouldn't be happening. If things are meant to happen, they will happen. It's as easy as that. Our job is just to ride it out. Just ride it out. Do whatever it takes to make you happy, feel good, bring you joy. Go do your crafts, go for a walk outside. Play with your puppy, kitty, grandchildren, neighbors' kids. Go build a snowman if there's snow around. There is here, I'll send you some. So there's good signs of change coming if you're paying attention. If all you're doing is paying attention to the bad stuff, you're going to attract that to you. I focus on all the good things that are happening, all the amazing changes that are coming. Remember, it's like we're living in the Tower card in tarot. The tower is falling down. Yay! We want the tower to fall down because the tower is hiding all kinds of secrets and hidden agendas. And there's a lot of bad in the tower. We want that tower to fall down so that we and Mama Earth can birth something new and wonderful and for everyone's highest and greatest good. Maybe the new one that's coming up is not a tower. Maybe it's a dome, and maybe it's clear glass, so there can't be any hidden agendas. It's transparent. I'm just saying. Ooh, maybe it's a glass pyramid. That would be cool. Somebody just put that in my head. Trust what is happening. Trust. That's a huge 5-letter word. We need to be trusting that everything for our highest and greatest good is coming to us. Trust and have faith that all those good things are coming to us. At least those of us that have faith. If you don't have faith, you're going to get what you're asking for, whatever that is. I have faith that everything for the highest and greatest good of all is coming to this entire planet. And we're in a transition period. We're in this cocoon. And it's ugly in the cocoon in places. Yes, I am not disagreeing with you on that. I heard somebody think that. It's ugly in here. Yeah, but you know what? That's inside the cocoon. And when we're done evolving and changing inside the cocoon, we will break out into this whole new, beautiful world. But we got to go through the cocoon first. Trust in what is happening. Have faith, even if you don't understand what's going on. Do any of us have a clue as to everything that's going on? No, we might have bits and pieces, but I don't think any of us really has a full grasp of what's going on because there's so many layers. Oh my goodness, there's layers. Shrek and the Onion just popped in my head. It will turn out beautifully in the end because in the end, we get a new beginning. In the end, we get a new beginning. And that's what this card is all about. We are at the end. The new beginning is right around the corner. And you are much stronger today than you were a year ago. And you are much stronger today than you were a week ago. And you're going to be much stronger in a month from now than you are today. So just keep in mind all these things and focus on the beautiful. Oh my gosh, it snowed the other day and I went out in the morning and I have to shovel the sidewalks. I get to shovel the sidewalks. And I didn't even want to shovel because the snow was laying on the sidewalks like diamonds. And there was some light coming through the clouds and it just made all those snowflakes sparkle. And I didn't want to shovel. It was so beautiful. I have such a tiny yard here in town. And I wanted to leave it pristine. And I also know that I can't do that. We're in town. I can get cited and get fined for not shoveling my sidewalks. But I just wanted those few moments of appreciating this beauty. You know, these beautiful, sparkly snowflakes that fell how far down to earth and landed on the sidewalk and piled up into this beautiful carpet of sparkles. And that's what we need to do. We need to appreciate these things. We need to appreciate the hoarfrost on the trees. Now, granted, not everybody watching this has snow or hoarfrost. Some of you, if you're in Arizona, well, I hope you don't have snow. You probably do in the higher elevations, but we need to appreciate the cacti, and we need to appreciate the trees and the birds singing. So find all these things that you can appreciate the beauty of, and focus on that, and focus on the parts of yourself that you can work on. It's winter, and this is the time when the bear goes in the cave and works on himself. He goes inside himself. This is all about introspection. This is the time of year when I get more crafty because I don't want to be outside so much. So I get more crafty and more creative. And I like to work with wood. I just finished a gorgeous piece that was very bossy, you know, because trees talk to me. And this one was very bossy, and she wanted a lot of diamonds. She didn't get diamonds. She got clear quartz. Don't tell her. But this is the time when we learn new languages. We learn new crafts. We go inside ourselves. We learn about who we are. We meditate. Be the bear. Go in the cave. The bear is in here, and this is the cave. So go inside yourself. Meditate. Work with the crystals. Work with the animals. Work with your spirit guides. Work with your animal spirit guides. Just sit quietly or lie down quietly and receive. Receive. Because that's what it's all about. Receive. We are antennas. And when we put our antenna up and we receive information, knowledge, and wisdom from on high, we can be very powerful. But if you're just stuck here, mired in this 3D slop, that's what you're going to get. Remember, you're a magnet. An antenna is also a magnet, bringing down information, knowledge, and wisdom from on high. I ask for that all the time before I go to sleep. Let me tell you, there's some powerful stuff going on at night. Set your intentions before you go to sleep. If you want to know something, ask. Don't be afraid. It doesn't matter what you ask about. They have the information. The Akashic records are out there. They have access to it, so do you. You just might not know it. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, we're all warriors. We're warriors of the light. Look at the light right there. Right there. I'm silly today. We are warriors of the light. We are here to shine our light. We are here to spread love and kindness and compassion and forgiveness to everybody. If you go somewhere and you see somebody, even if they're wearing a mask and you're wearing a mask, smile. People can see it in your eyes when you smile. We have to take care of each other. right now. It is so important. So send love to the whole wide world, because the whole world needs it. Mama Earth needs it. The trees and plants need it. The animals need it. And the people need it. Just be kind to each other, okay? I love you guys. I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, and divine health. Because you are worthy and you deserve it all. Namaste.